So in this video, we will focus um, on Porter's five forces model and how it influenced the competitive advantage of the company over other competitors. Let me start with, so five forces model. If we look at the five forces model, it shows the forces that shape the competitive environment of the firm, and the figure will be shared in the next slide. So we have five factors considered here. First is the threat of new entrants. This is where new firms that may enter a company's market. So especially for technology company, there are unexpected, for example, new entrants to the company, because barriers to entry is not really that big hurdle for new companies, especially for startup in a tech companies. For instance, Instagram started as a small company, and Facebook seen it as a threat to the new entrants, so they acquire it. Second is bargaining power of buyers, the ability of buyers to use their market power to decrease a firm's competitive position. So this is related to the ability of buyers. And the third is uh, bargaining power of suppliers, the ability suppliers of the input of a product or services to lower a firm's competitive position. So we will identify later some examples of this one. And fourth is threat of substitutes, which providers of equivalent or superior alternative products. So we will look at also some other uses where a company has an alternative substitute for the service and products that you are offering as a company. And last is industry's competitors or industry competitors, current competitors of the same product. So we, of course, we're very aware of this one. Then we'll check on the examples, as I've said kanina, the the potential threat of new entrants. Okay, so we have each of the items display a strategic use. So potential of threat of new entrants, switching cost, access to distribution channel, and economies of scale. We will so strategic use means potential threat of new entrants. If we will go back on the previous slide, this is new firms that may enter a company's market. So if there are some potential company that would enter, join the market, or sell a new product or services, there is what we call a switching cost if one company or if one um, customer will shift to another uh, products or services. The cost associated with changing the connection of that company or organization to the new one. Then access to distribution channel, of course, the distribution related to it, and the economies of scale, and or the number of products or services that you can provide. Um, so if we will look at also on number two, the bargaining power of buyers, this we will look at now on the capability of the buyers to example to provide or to pay for the services, the buyer selection, switching cost, and differentiation, meaning we are now looking at example preference of the buyer. These are the choices that the buyer wants with, and the switching cost, the cost associated again when this buyer, for example, shift to another. And the differentiation, this is something like the uniqueness of the product or additional feature that the buyer may need or based on the products or services provided. And when we look at the three bargaining powers of suppliers, this one is we are looking now on the supplier side, or the source of your product of services, or the manpower. Selection of suppliers, so meaning if you are a company, who are your other suppliers, and the threat of backward integration, meaning um, if there are existing suppliers and backward compatibility is a concern. And fourth is the threat or substitute products, meaning redefined products and services. If a new company can or the buyers or your customers can now think of another alternative products that can be used or services s- uh, to 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 serve the purpose of what you're producing and the improved price or performance. But normally we look at substitute because of the price or the performance equivalent. For example, common to software is to look for substitute products or services in terms of open source. We're looking at the open source as an substitute product for the services that might be available as offered by other existing companies who charge subscription or other services provided. Although there are possible ways to redefine it, but that's the example. And so the strategic use of industry competitors, cost effectiveness, market access, differentiation of products or services. To illustrate more here, we will look at the case of Zara. This is now the actual application based on the examples provided so that you can clearly define what is the meaning of each of the competitive forces that Porters is saying. So for example, if we look at threat of new entrants, if how IT influence on competitive force here, we look at example in the case of Zara. Zara's IT support its tightly knitted group of designers, market specialists, production managers, and production planners. New entrants are unlikely to provide IT to support relationships that have been built over time. Further, it has a rich information repository among customers that would be hard to replicate. So it would be challenging for new entrants in Zara, for example, because Zara has already connected the various designers and other production managers to connecting them to be able to create a new products or um, service. And the other side of it that difficult for the new entrants to join the market is or how Zara actually secure the competitive force of or stopping the new entrants. It's rich information repository about customer. Another example would be Netflix. For example, it's hard to compete with Netflix again in terms of the repository of data because they understand more their customers compared to other who are still starting. No? So the connection of, in this case, the Zara's connection by establishing IT support on the various major stakeholders that will produce new designs for the products or services. By the way, Zara is a clothing company. We're talking about Zara as a clothing company here. Second example is the bargaining power of buyers. So, with its constant infusion of new products, buyers are drawn to Zara stores. Zara boasts more than 11,000 new designs a year, whereas competitors typically offer only 2,000 to 4,000. Further, because of the low inventory that the Zara store stock, the regulars buy products they like when they see them because they are likely to be gone the next day they visit the store. More recently, Zara has employed laser technology to measure 10,000 women volunteers so that it can add the measurements of real customers into its information repositories. This means that the new products will be more likely to fit Zara customers. So, we are focusing here on the competitive force bargaining power of buyers, meaning Zara already understand the power of the buyers over how they will prefer maybe Zara's style because of the technology support. The next is bargaining power of suppliers. Let's read its computer-controlled cutting machine cuts up to 1,000 lasers at a time. It then sends the cut materials to suppliers who sew the pieces together. The suppliers work in relatively simple and many suppliers can do the sewing. Thus, the pool of suppliers is expanded and Zara has greater flexibility in choosing the sewing companies. Further, because Zara dyes 50% of the fabric in its plant, it is less dependent on suppliers and can respond more quickly to mid-season changes in customer color preferences. No, because this involves technology and at the same time connections of Zara as part of the production. Another competitive forces is threat of substitute products. Industry competitors long marketed the desire of durable classic lines. Zara forces on meeting customers' preference for trendy, low-cost fashion. It has the highest sales per square foot of any of its competitors. It does so with virtually no advertising and only 10% of stock is unsold. It keeps its inventory levels very low and offers new products at an amazing pace for the industry. Normal example, 15 days from idea to shelves. Zara has extremely efficient manufacturing and distribution operation. So this by looking at the threats of the substitute products, for example, on trendy designs, Zara has already identified through technology how can they shorten from the ideation to creating new products from those idea. Last is industrial competitors. Zara offers extremely fashionable lines that are only expected to last for approximately 10 wears. It offers trendy, appealing apparel at a hard-to-beat price. So this is one advantage because many of the designs of Zara are inspired coming from brands very expensive brands. In fact, many cases has been filed to Zara of copying other designs of other also very expensive brands. But of course, it's hard also for them to prove that Zara is actually copying designs. But if you look at how Zara has been inspired with this expensive clothing, you will understand why the other expensive product accused of Zara's of copying their designs. Okay, I think that's it for the Porter's competitive the five forces model of Porter's by looking at the threat of new entrants, the bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of substitutes, and industry competitors. You can capitalize technology and various networks of your existing company to example retain your competitive advantage over other companies. So we are now looking at the business strategy of the organization to be able to remain competitive in the market. And our last example is Zara is probably use part of its technology to make to make efficiency among of their processes to be able to maintain their position in the market or their strategic advantage over almost the same clothing brand. I think that's it.